Yeah, okay, mate. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, of course it would be very, very nice. 15 to 20. Just going to mark this here. You can see what that is. And 111 over here. Now, this candle here, 3-month candle, right? This is also a bad 6-month candle, but there's 3 months left in this. So, in theory, like, it's a bearish 3-month, bearish 6-month, and a bearish yearly stop hunt. The thing is now, we are getting a bullish monthly stop hunt into this area. That's kind of very normal kind of process and practice to do. What's going to be interesting is this sort of situation right here. You can see here that we bounced quite a way back up there, and then we consolidated for a period before going higher. Now that's a monthly chart, but if we can take the same principle here, what if we do bounce up pretty hard into the end of the quarter, and then we just start consolidating, then we never take out the lows again, the low is already in, and then there's this sort of period here of consolidation before ripping to the upside again. So that is a possibility as well. It is going to be a little bit frustrating if we don't go below the lows, but I did post in the group the other day, there was 9-week bullish stop hunts starting to happen all over the market. Here's the 9-week here. So that is interesting and pretty powerful at this point as well. The fear was extreme there. So it's tough to say for sure. That's the honest answer. But these candles here usually do give an opportunity. On a new quarter, bounces could move down, stop hunt again, before coming back up. It really depends how it all plays out and how we close the end of the quarter. I did talk about in the group how we're very, very possibly going to bounce before the new 2-week, because the new 2-week was really beat down. Tether had started printing. The 3-day, look at the 3-day. The 3-day had already had a doji candle here, implying that there can be more upside. Just look at this doji candle here, and we got more upside. We are kind of getting that same momentum here. So the thing is, if there's going to be any substantial bounce on a new 2-week or whatever, we can still trade the new 2-week candle. This is a bit of an example here. You get that bounce back up. It created the long wick. That's what we didn't want, to be fair. We didn't want the long wick, and we were getting some sort of wick. So the hope is that there's not too long a wick. Now we just have to look left to see other examples here. Not the best example, but sometimes you can get these reversals right back up. But it was on a new 2-week where most of the opportunity was. So we don't know yet if that's going to be the same sort of thing here, but we do have a bullish stop hunt on a 9-week candle. So what we can do on a new 2-week in 3 days time, 2 days time now, we can still trade these way before the new quarter. Okay, so even if we don't get the bullish stop hunt down here, well, there's a possibility to get a decent trade coming out of in here. We do hope to release a new tool maybe tomorrow. Very powerful tool. I think it's going to help the group a lot. We will need to get alerts built off it as well, and that will come in due course, but we'd like to get the tool out there in the meantime. It'll help people trading. It gives very valuable insights into the market. Yeah, so the new tool will help this. If we're going to get a bounce on that, the new tool will help on that. It's tough to say right now. How much are they going to pump? A lot of times they can just really pump the market on a new, on a weekend, and then it's a bit lackluster going into the new week. If the market is not overly pumped now, like if they continue to pump this really hard on the weekend, the market is likely to start dropping back down then on a new week, right? We're probably going to start dropping back down. But if we stay around these levels, there is a good possibility of having a trade on a new week. I don't really mean to draw it coming back up on that strength, but I think dips into the wick can be buys for a bounce higher. Maybe something like this, right? Maybe. But it's not easy to flip green here. the likelihood is that we could get some chop or whatever. So obviously, not to mention the bullish weekly stop hunt here. So you can see, as an example, we had kind of had one there, we kind of had one here, and we kind of had one here. Now, all three of those examples, and we'll go for a fourth example, all four of those examples led to more upside, but it did struggle here, but there was a little bit more upside. It did struggle here, but there was more upside straight away as well. Did I miss one? Oh, this one. It struggled here a little bit as well, but it did give some upside if you bought the dip and there was a trade there. That could be a decent trade, you know. No, that's a 10% bounce there. And then this one here also had more upside, but it struggled. So all four of these had upside, but they did struggle, meaning that, you know, small dips can be buys, and then the market can bounce and likely go drop again. So it's either good to take profits if you're in for a trade. The market did struggle. The market did struggle here. The market did struggle here. The market did struggle here. But when I say struggle, there was still a good trade for continued upside. But, you know, the market has been so bearish that bounces here are probably going to get sold off again down to fill this wick maybe. Maybe not coming down to fill the wick. It's tough to say yet. But I think small dips on a new week are probably going to be buys to go higher. But because we were in a negative bear environment, a lot of time frames are red, 3 months, 6 months, yearly, and all that sort of stuff, monthly. The likelihood is that bounces are going to sell off again. But it does look like there should be more upside on a new week. But yeah, we will have to keep an eye on this. It is tough to say. I would think we should. I would think we should get a dip to the lows, but we need to watch carefully going into the end of the quarter. The hope is that we do, but it really depends. If they come out and start printing massively now and all that and starting to pump it, but they do that at the end of quarters, sometimes at the end of months. That would be a little bit frustrating, but let's see what the market gives us. Anyway, mate, I hope you're having a good weekend.